A luxury dog boarding kennel faces some serious questions tonight about how often workers mixed up medications or gave drugs to the wrong pet.
Yeah, this company is the Barking Hound Village Inn, and as Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis discovered, the evidence stems from a lawsuit that was filed by a very determined family. Randy.
That's right, Sine and Russ. So, when you drop off your pet for boarding, you put a lot of trust in that kennel. After all, your dog can't tell you what happened back there. But in this case, an Atlanta family says their mixed breed Dachshund has helped reveal a secret that goes back years.
We had a healthy dog that we dropped off. No medical problems, doing great. And when we picked her up, she was dying.
Good girl.
Her name was Lola, an 8-year-old Dachshund mix the Monyak family boarded at Barking Hound Village Inn along with their other family dog, Callie. Lola was supposed to get her monthly heartworm preventative medication. Callie, because of her arthritis, was on Rimadyl, an anti-inflammatory pain reliever. 12 days later, the Monyaks brought home their pets, and the questions have never stopped.
Suzanne brought her down and immediately said to me, Mommy, there's something really wrong with Lola.
According to their veterinarian, Lola was suffering from renal failure, her kidneys shutting down. And in a lawsuit they would ultimately file against Barking Hound Village, the Monyaks accused the luxury kennel of making a terrible mistake and then trying to destroy the evidence.
Lola had been given Callie's Rimadyl, and that is what was causing this acute renal failure.
Veterinarian Lance Hirsch agreed. In this court document, he remembered Barking Hound calling him the day Lola went home to ask what drugs we had prescribed for Lola because they had run out of what was being given while there.
When she handed me back this empty bottle, I was really surprised, and I said, "Oh, you ran out? Oh gosh, when did you run out?" And she kind of looked and said, "I don't know."
In a deposition, that front desk worker said she was surprised that the medication instruction sticker had been removed from the kennel cards and the medicine sign-off sheet was not there. Putting this in the kennel log, when did Callie Monyak run out of meds? There was no note. The sign-off sheet was missing. Barking Hound later produced these kennel cards with medication stickers filled out by manager Bill Furman, who the Monyaks say wasn't there when they dropped off their dogs. That left them with one conclusion.
I think that they did discover their mistake and then tried to cover it up.
Barking Hound Village Inn denies any cover-up. In fact, the company denies doing anything wrong with Lola, including mixing up those medications. The Monyaks even got this letter, threatening them with a slander suit if they continue to make such a, quote, baseless claim. But here's the thing about the Monyaks. Not only do they love animals, they also love their jobs. Both happen to be attorneys.
Litigation costs money, but there's a principle involved, and we think it's important.
When Barking Hound Village Inn would not cover Lola's $16,000 vet bill, the Monyaks sued and then asked manager Bill Furman under oath about any other medication mistakes. Since you've been at Barking Hound, are you aware of any incidents at any of its facilities where someone gave the wrong medication to a dog? I am not. Or any instance in which someone gave too much medication to a dog? I am not. Barking Hound asked the court to throw out the case, but in their response, the Monyaks pointed to Furman's comments, calling them a spectacular falsehood. That's because when Barking Hound eventually turned over personnel files, look what was inside. More than 30 disciplinary reports involving medication mistakes. One worker incorrectly performed a medical dosing to Jazzy. Another gave Moshi a double dosing of medication. Someone else mixed up medication and gave Isti allergy medication not presently prescribed to him. And check out who signed those disciplinary reports. Bill Furman, the manager who denied under oath he was aware of any specific medication mix-ups. You said you didn't know of any medical mistakes. Furman would not slow down to answer any of our questions.
With your signature on it, you knew that these medical mistakes happened. You knew it.
I remember being blown away because the manager had sworn under oath to me that none of that had ever happened.
No one from the company offered an explanation to the Fox 5 I-Team. The disciplinary reports do not mention whether anyone told all those owners about the drug mistakes when they picked up their pet.
Lolly, come on, Lolly.
Through dialysis, Lola managed to live another 9 months. In February, a Fulton State Court judge refused to dismiss the case, saying there's evidence in the record that Barking Hound Village realized the medication mix-up, but instead of seeking vet care, attempted to hide the error and exacerbated the harm to Lola. Barking Hound is appealing that ruling.
What about Lola's duck?
This case has become much more than what may have happened to one well-loved family pet.
Those documents make me feel like the dogs that are there right now are in danger. And that is why I want to tell my story. I don't want someone else to go through what we went through. I don't want someone else to come back from a family vacation excited to see their dog and find out that the dog they had that was perfectly healthy dog when they brought the dog to the Barking Hound is now within days of dying.
Well, Barking Hound lawyers unsuccessfully argued that because Lola was a mixed breed adopted from a shelter, she was abandoned property with no established value, and the lawsuit should be thrown out on those grounds alone. But the court ruled even a rescue dog has actual value to a family. The judge allowed the case to go forward with the possibility of punitive damages. It will be months before the Georgia Court of Appeals rules on this, but we'll be watching to see what happens.
Well, you know, a lot of people are watching tonight who have rescue dogs, who love those dogs like members of their family. And they're steaming, I'm guessing, and probably worried, thinking, you know, what can I do to minimize the risk when I take my dog to the pound?
Well, if you have two different dogs that you're dropping off at a kennel and you are concerned, and the dogs have two different medical needs or medication needs, one suggestion is to put two different brightly colored collars on them and write on the collar what that medication is. You know, it won't eliminate the possibility, but it greatly reduces the chance of anybody making a mistake. But as far as the other things we talked about, missing a dose, giving it the wrong time, double doses, not a lot you can do about that.
Yeah, and like you said, people trust their beloved family members, hoping that they're going to get the care that they would get at home.
And the dog can't tell you what's going on back there.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Randy. Appreciate it. Police say he robbed a local